Well, hello everybody. Well, hello everybody. We're back now. Um, before I tried to start this vlog, I had to upload my other vlog I just did a little while ago. On my first day back to work at BJ. On my first day back to work at BJ's Wholesale Club today. On my first day back to work at BJ's Wholesale Club today. After having a few days. After having a few days. After having a few. After having a few days off. After having a few days off before I did this vlog because my storage space ran short, so I had to upload that, and now I'm back here doing another vlog. I'm talking to y'all about something else. So basically, for this vlog and this video, what I thought I'd talk with you all about is, based on stuff that, we have in place so far for summer 2019 here in Rochester, here in Rochester, here in Rochester, at least for the amount of time of the good weather and the nice weather and stuff here in Rochester 2019, or here in Rochester and around Rochester and around Rochester for summer 2019, and the good weather for 2019. We got a lot of, I'll tell you straight up, we definitely do have a lot of great stuff a lot of great stuff, a lot of great, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great, a lot of great, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great, a lot of great stuff, a lot of great stuff planned. We definitely do have a lot of great stuff. We definitely do have a lot of great stuff planned. I'm sorry, just kind of, slightly out of sorts, but I'll try to just do this vlog and video kind of quick. But at any rate, again, we do have a lot of great stuff planned for summer 2019 and really throughout the amount of time of the good weather for 2019. And so we do have a lot of we definitely have a lot of great stuff planned throughout summer 2019 and really throughout a good bit of the good weather throughout 2019, throughout summer 2019 and around that any of you from Rochester, a good bit of you, have all probably over the years made an effort to go to Darien Lake, made an effort to go to places like Darien Lake and Darien Lake and Darien Lake Darien Darien Lake and stuff, made an effort to go to Darien Lake, and I shall try to do that again this year. It's just, a few days ago with a couple of my people, we talked a little, I brought concerns to them a little bit, and they ultimately said, send one of us an email with some dates you got in mind and for stuff. And another thing I was sort of thinking about doing, can always do this one in September too, because this one would just involve walking around. A lot of you from here in Rochester may have heard of places like Kershaw Park and Canandaigua, over by Canandaigua Lake. We used to go there all the time a long time ago, back when I was a lot younger, back when I was a kid, and back during my teenage years and stuff. Not quite so much anymore. We've gone to a couple places around there the past few years, just not so much Kershaw Park. I mean, I did go there briefly 2 years ago for a 5K for an annual 5K that took place out there. Other than that, haven't really gone out there really for much more in the way of it, for part of what end up doing for fun and stuff. Seeing if sometimes when you see things of a lot of your buddies or a lot of your friends going to certain places, like that, it tends to kind of make you want to look into planning that stuff too. And that's kind of the situation that I've got myself kind of in. I had seen from a couple of my buddies and stuff this past weekend, especially a couple of my Facebook buddies and stuff, that this past Saturday when the weather was really awesome this past weekend, a few days ago, they ended up going there for a good bit of the day, which was great, you know. But anyway, when I brought a few of my concerns to one or a couple of our people here, they ultimately had said, go ahead and, you know, email us, or email one of us some dates and stuff, and we'll see what we can do to try to work stuff out, or see what we can even do or to work stuff out, or see what we can do to work stuff out. And so this morning before I went to work, I shot out an email to one of our people here about dates that I had in mind for, like, you know, Darien Lake and kind of Kershaw Park and Canandaigua. Again, Kershaw Park and Canandaigua we can always probably even just do in September if it just involves just walking around and stuff and doing a little brief sightseeing and checking things out, looking at stuff and stuff. You know, Darien Lake was the first thing that I had mentioned in the email, so that would probably be best to have be first priority. Initially, I threw out a few different dates throughout next month and July and stuff. It's just around here, things tend to kind of somewhat, maybe not early or real early in the game, but kind of early in the game, can kind of book up pretty good with a bunch of our other people here. So, you know, they had said, you know, well, thank you for letting us know the dates and stuff that you have in mind. It's just that we'll have to kind of discuss with a couple of our other people here. Next month, July is kind of getting filled up with, you know, some of us going on vacation for a couple of days, including myself, the final week of July, and, you know, I've got some other stuff planned prior to that. Like, as of now, weather permitting, weather dependent, Friday the 12th of July, we're going to try and see if we can maybe go for a day, or even at least an afternoon or something, or at least a good part of the day, or maybe even at least an afternoon, to Letchworth State Park. Haven't been there in quite a long time, quite a few years, in quite a long time. I know they got a pretty good size outdoor pool, Olympic size outdoor pool there. So may go for that and a little sightseeing, because, you know, Letchworth State Park, if any of you from Rochester have even been there, they got some sightseeing where you can view, like, you know, like there's where you're up on, like, sometimes you're up on a little higher elevations and you see a much lower elevations and stuff. Well, it's the best way I can think of it to explain. But yeah, so we got that as of now, weather permitting, weather dependent, Friday the 12th of July. Following week after that, weather permitting and weather dependent. Well, this past weekend, my cousin from Chicago came in for my little cousin's 9th birthday party that I told you how I had went to for a little while early this past Sunday evening, a couple of days ago. And they just went back. They just went back to Chicago. They just went back to Chicago. They just went back the other day, just a couple of days ago, on Monday. On Monday, they will be back in a few weeks, I believe. They will be back in, I think, 3 or 4 weeks. The week of the week of the 14th through 20th of July. And so, weather permitting and weather dependent, when they come back in town again in 3 or 4 weeks, you know, my cousin, who, you know, my cousin and company, especially, you know, when my cousin from Chicago comes back in another 3 or 4 weeks, are planning to, believe it or not, weather permitting and weather dependent, and as long as nothing very rough happens with anybody between now and then, go to Seabreeze, believe it or not. And I've kind of agreed to maybe kind of tag along for that, which would kind of be a good thing. Potentially, we got annual Holbrook reunion out around Cayuga Lake. The day after that, Saturday the 20th. I don't think I'll be able to do any vlogging with that because my stepmom would be there, and she's very sensitive to cameras. So you're never going to see her. We can never have her in any of my videos ever. Yeah, you've had my dad in at least even a few of my videos, but my stepmom we will never be able to have in any of my videos because she's had some instances and situations a long time ago where that have consequently caused, you know, cameras to be very rough on her. So we won't really be able to do any vlogging that day, but I can perhaps kind of tell you how it all goes. Perhaps my dad and company will probably take some pictures with their iPhone and stuff, and then they'll send them to me, and then when I post them on my Facebook page, maybe I can show you that then, but we probably won't be able to do any vlog then because my stepmom will be there and she's got too much, you know, rough experiences around camera situations. But anyway, and then soon after that, of course, is when I'm going away on my Thousand Islands, is when I'm going away for a couple of days on my little trip to Thousand Islands, to Thousand Islands for a couple of days, taken off again, like I've been saying all along. I said in a couple of my other videos, taken off Tuesday the 23rd of July, coming back on Friday the 26th of July, going away for 3 nights and 2 full days. So we'll probably just have to maybe look into maybe trying to plan to go to Darien Lake maybe some point in August, maybe. You know, August maybe our best shot. And as far as Brighton Recreation Center goes, as for resorting to that place as an option for consistently taking cool dips and going for a swim every now and then, it's looking good. It's looking good, believe it or not. Just have a few more kinks and other things to just kind of, you know, find out about. But at this point, it's looking good. I'll give you an update in one of my other vlogs coming up soon. But we'll try and plan to go to Darien Lake some point this season. Probably won't be able to do any vlog there, but we'll see what happens. But we may just have to just maybe kind of think maybe some point in August, probably some point not too far after coming back from my Thousand Islands trip that I got planned for the final week of next month, final week of July. We shall hopefully try and get there. It shall hopefully happen, but we may just kind of have to look into some point in August with a lot of the stuff that I've already got in place prior to that. You know, once again, Brighton Recreation Center public pool at this point is looking good for being an option for consistently, or at least at times, going and taking cool dips and going for a swim at times all summer long, 2019 long, all summer long, 2019, all summer 2019 long, all summer long. I'll give you an update. I'll give you an update soon on that. Well, that's as far as I'm going to bring the vlog right here. It's getting dark, sun's going down. It was a nice day again today. It's kind of clouding up a little bit. Have a fair sunset. This weekend, believe it or not, is this Sunday, which will be the 16th of this month in a few days, is Father's Day 2019. It's not looking like the best weather this year for Father's Day 2019. You know, next few days are a little unsettled weather-wise. A little clear shot at that awesome sunset a little bit. There is rain showers right now in the forecast that could change and get more serious between the rest of now and this weekend and this weekend. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But anyway, that's all for now. Till my next vlog and my next video. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.